Welcome to the Prosperity Playground, the podcast where business meets energetics, strategy meets soul, and prosperity becomes inevitable. I'm your host, Anna Lozano, mom, founder, investor, mentor, and energetics in business expert. This is your weekly activation to rewire how you think and feel about wealth, success, and personal power, because it's not about working harder, it's about regulating deeper, aligning stronger, and receiving wider. You don't hustle for your future, you calibrate to your higher self. Join me weekly for high-level conversations with the world's most inspiring entrepreneurs, creators, and thought leaders. True prosperity isn't just about money. It's about alignment, freedom, expansion, and embodying your worth. Welcome to the playground. Let's build your most prosperous life. All right, we are live. Maya, before we start, let's take a deep breath in together. Hold it. And release anything and everything that doesn't serve us. Let's put our hands up. Spirit, universe, angels, and guides, allow the wisdom to flow through us as we record our second podcast episode together, hand on heart. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right, you ready? Let's do this. Maya Lozano, welcome back to the show. Today is a very, very special episode. We are going to share our weekly ritual. Yeah. Now, the reason why I wanted to bring this conversation to the podcast is one of the things that is difficult as a mom, difficult yet super important, is to find time to connect more deeply with you alone, to connect more deeply with Sophie alone. I have two daughters. We have a very busy life. Mommy and daddy are running businesses. We have our family. You guys go to school. You have your activities. You have all your friends. And so we're always together, but finding that intentional, dedicated time to connect more deeply with you and your sister is so important. So that's what we're going to dive in today. So once a week, you and I go on a date. We go on a mother-daughter date. And I'd love for you to take us through what we journal, because we always bring our journal, we always bring our pens, and we start writing. We start writing what our intuition is telling us to write. So what's the first thing that we dive into?
What I love about me.
What I love about me, really setting the stage around love. So can you share some of the things that you love about you?
I love my body. I love my eyes. I love my arms and legs that help me do all those things that we do. And I love the life that we live.
Oh, sweetheart. I love your passion. I love your emotions. I love everything about you. I'd love to share what I love about me, because this is so important. You know what one of my friends said to me? I was recording a podcast with her, and she said, Anna, do you love yourself as much as you love Maya and Sophie? And I was like, whew, that's a powerful question, because I love you guys so much, like so much. And so reminding myself as your mommy to love me is also so important. So here's what I wrote. I love my ambition. I love my fire. I love my willingness to learn new things. This podcast is something new that we're both learning, right?
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. I keep thinking about how awesome that we get to think a thought and then we get to create it. So we thought about creating the Prosperity Playground brand, and now we're doing it.
Yeah.
So we're starting with the podcast. What else do we want to do?
We want to make books. We want to make stuffies, necklaces.
Reminder tools, right? For everyone to live a prosperous life. Okay, so first thing we journal is what I love about me. You write it. I write it. What do we write out next?
What I'm grateful for.
Can you share some of the things you're grateful for?
I'm grateful for my life, my body, my...
Oh, it's so beautiful. And your beautiful community. You have so many friends that love you. I wrote, I am grateful for my girls, our family day, the sun always shining, and coffee. I wrote down that I'm grateful for coffee. So gratitude, do you know that gratitude is one of the most powerful frequencies that we can put out to the universe? So let's say we're having a bad day, or maybe we're feeling grumpy or frustrated or sad or annoyed. How we can switch that frequency is by focusing on gratitude. So every single person listening to the podcast has something to be grateful for. So when we bring our attention to gratitude, we're actually signaling to the universe to give us more things that we can be grateful for. Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
I love that. Okay, what do we write down next?
We set the intention for the week.
We set the intention for the week. So if we can live with intention, so really telling the universe, hey, this is what we intend. This is what we desire this week. That is so powerful because universe is like our co-pilot. It's our partner. It's always supporting us and giving us what we want and what we don't want. That's why the power of thoughts, words, feelings, and action is so important. So can you share with us an intention that you set for last week?
Choose to be grateful for our life.
Yes, that's such a powerful intention and a very powerful signal to the universe. So what I wrote intention for this week is to choose to be grateful for everything and trust everything is for our and everyone's highest good. Is that a good one?
Yeah.
Do you think that's a good signal to the universe? Okay. And then what do we finish off with? Every single time we go on a date on our, you know what we should call it? Our journaling date, right? Our journaling connection date. What's the last thing we finish with?
3 affirmations for the week.
3 affirmations for the week. So what are yours?
I'm abundant, I'm beautiful, and I'm wealthy.
Oh, so good, Maya. I wrote down, I'm patient, I am passionate, and I am trusting. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to summarize. So if you can go in order again so that everyone listening can use this as a tool. So if you can take us through this journal prompt so that when the listeners go on a parent kiddo date, this is something that they can implement. So again, what are the 4 things that we go through?
What I love about me, what I'm grateful for, we set the intention for the week, it's 3 affirmations for the week.
So beautiful. Now, I do want to add that sometimes what we also do at the very beginning is release any stagnant energy by writing the things out that we hate, the things that bothered us, the things that frustrated us. Now, I don't like the word hate, but sometimes we store anger and hatred in our body. And what's most important is that we
let it out.
We let it out because we don't want that frequency stuck in our body. So in those days where you know what, sometimes the moon really makes us go cray in the house, right? So usually after the full moon, we need to cleanse, we need to release. So we write down those things that frustrated us, that annoyed us, that bothered us, that made us sad, that made us angry, that maybe we hate. And then what do we do when we get home?
We burn it.
We burn it. We say bye-bye, right? To all those things that aren't serving us, to really cleanse our slate. Also, you know what we did right before we started recording is we have this protection ritual mist. So we'll do things like that sometimes too, right? We cleanse, and then we also have our smudge sticks. So cleansing energy is so important because energies get stuck to us. But most importantly, we are releasing them out of our body. Maya, I love this episode. I think it's such a powerful ritual that we have been doing for quite some time now. I hope that the listeners start to implement it into their lives. Is there anything else that you want to share before we sign off?
To always be kind to other people.
I love that. That is a beautiful frequency. And what final message, one more, that you have for the listeners listening this week? Something your daddy says. We are blessed
and highly favored.
We are blessed and highly favored. That's something that your dad says all the time, and it supports him to really stay in this trust when things are going the way he wants them to go, when things are going the way he doesn't want them to go. He's always reminding us as a family we are blessed and highly favored. So feel free to adopt this affirmation, this mantra in your home as well. Until next time, thank you so much, Maya.
Thank you. Bye.
Hasta luego. Thanks for joining me on today's episode of the Prosperity Playground podcast. If this convo sparked something in you, be sure to follow the show on Apple Podcasts so you never miss your weekly activation. If you enjoyed the conversation, please rate and review. Your feedback helps us reach more souls just like you who are ready to calibrate to their most prosperous life. Know someone who needs this frequency boost? Share the episode to Instagram and tag me @_Anna Lozano so we can grow our energetically aligned community together. And please remember, true prosperity is about alignment, freedom, expansion, and embodying your worth today. See you on the next activation.